What's up, guys? Rick here with the Jock Market preview for this week's Wyndham Championship. If you are new to Jock Market or new to this video, I am too. I think I've been playing Jock Market for 3 or 4 weeks now, and gotta admit, I'm loving it, and I think that a lot of you guys are too because you've been playing along with me. So I'm just gonna continue to make these for the foreseeable future and see what happens. Jock Market is essentially stock market DFS. There is an IPO phase where you can purchase shares of golfers before the event starts, and then during the event, you can buy, sell, make investments and watch your portfolio grow. And that is the contest. Whoever's portfolio has the highest value at the end of the week, those are your winners. And there's a lot of free money going around right now. Looking at last week, there was a free roll with $500. Then there was a $2 500 person entry that was $2,000 guaranteed. So there was $1,000 added to that prize pool. I cashed in that one. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. I think I finished 39th there. And Mako, who sent me a tweet, had a great weekend as well. He won the free roll. So first out of 275 for $100. Congrats. And then finished 11th in the 2K, in the $2 one for $50. So that is $2 worth of entry fees for $150. Pretty sweet gig. And I got to admit, this was probably my favorite weekend to do Jock Market because so many guys were jam-packed. And here's another thing I like. Jock Market sent out this recap after the contest. I think for anybody who was in the contest, you got like a recap of what happened at the PGA Championship. And the way that it played out, where there were like 8 guys tied for first at one point, or 8 guys who had touched the lead, every single shot was jumping these guys all over the place. Their values, like I'm in there trying to figure out buy, sell, hold. What am I doing here? Cam Champ, should I sell him? Colin Morikawa, should I buy him? It was a lot of fun. And actually, according to this write-up, so the final valuations from 1st through 8th, they range from 25 chips per share to 12, which is a huge range. And for that many guys to be trying to shuffle it out on the back 9 on Sunday was like the absolute purest form of stock market DFS. So a ton of fun. Hoping we get a similar type tournament this week at the Wyndham Championship. I'm going to share my phone screen with you and kind of talk through where I'm at for this week and maybe make a couple buys in the IPO. Not too many, though. I don't want to give you all my bid prices away, but we'll talk through some guys that I'm looking to invest in, and we'll jump into that right now. All right, so this was my contest from last week, so I'll open up the 2K here. So I finished 31st out of 178. So my $2 goes into $10. 5xing your buy-in, finishing 31st out of 178 is honestly pretty sick. This is like the early days of like online poker or of DraftKings. This is a new site. It's just growing. There's free money to be had here. And actually what I like about this is obviously it's new. I like to be into like startups and stuff like that, or newer companies. Their trading activity, so the amount of trades that are going into the PGA Championship last week is actually outpacing the number of users, which means there's more trades per user, which means people are actually playing it during the event, which is really cool. But we're in IPO phase right now. Or actually, let me just look at my holdings. Can I get to my holdings from last week? Sure. Okay. So I had Cam Champ. My 19 shares of Cam Champ, that really made up the vast majority of my portfolio. So I made 145 chips on Cam Champ alone. I lost chips on Brooks Koepka because he he definitely faded on the weekend. So I lost 15 chips on him. Justin Thomas was the guy. So I had chips available Saturday evening. I either had gotten out of a golfer, I sold his shares, or I lost some bit. I can't remember what it was, but I had like 50 chips heading into Sunday, and I wanted to try to find a guy who I thought could go really low. and I invested in Justin Thomas, and it did not work out. I lost 31 chips on him on Sunday alone, so that was not great. Patrick Cantlay I lost on. Terrell Hatton I lost on. So I really only was able to identify Cam Champ as a buy low opportunity, and I kind of whiffed on the other guys. So let's see what we can do this week here. And I will do, let's see what we have. Wyndham Championship. So it looks like we have a free $250 contest and there's a $5. Let's do this. Okay, so this is a $5 400 person. Let's play this. We're going to join this for $5. 400 total users. Okay. So what do I want to do here? I think I want to get some Webb Simpson at some point. Maybe not now though. I don't know. He might be too expensive right now. But I've already identified a couple of guys that I think are going to do well this week. And if you've been watching the other preview videos this week, you kind of know at this point where I stand on some of these golfers. So I'm really just trying to get a good price on them. Let's see if I can find, where's Brendan Todd? Did I go past him already? I'm going to put some bids in on Brendan Todd here. And I'm pretty bullish on Brendan Todd. So let's see what I can buy. I mean, Sedgefield Country Club, really, really good fit for Todd and his game, the way he hits a bunch of fairways. So I'm willing to go, let's see here. I'm willing to go more than $5. I'm willing to probably go, let's say $7. That would be a 22nd place finish. I think Todd definitely has that. I'd probably even go more, but let me try to buy as many shares of Todd as I can at $7. Now remember, if the bidding doesn't get up to $7, if he goes for, the next highest bid is $650, I'm going to get him for $651. So this is kind of like a proxy bid. So let me throw in bids of $7, and I want to do 10 shares of Brendan Todd. Pretty bullish on him. Let's do that. So I'm going to submit that order, and we'll see as the next couple of days go on if I'm awarded Todd at this price or if I have to go back and rebid on him. If you're watching, I'd probably pay more for him. So if you want to bid me up, go for it. And then I'm going to try to go down and get maybe like Fratelli, someone that I think I might be able to get really cheap and get a lot of. Just kind of scrolling through here. Denny McCarthy, I don't know. Scott Stallings, I don't know. Duffner, Power, Schwartzel, the Herminator. Man, there's some guys that are really going to be cheap down here. I don't think I need to go this low. Tom Lewis, he could get hot. The thing is, these guys are going to be so cheap that they're not going to have to do much. Alonso withdrew. Don't play him. Don't buy his shares. Man, this is tough. I want to get someone really cheap. I feel like that might be a good way, especially in a weak field like this, where you can, like there's going to be someone who finishes in the top 10 that's like from the bottom of this player pool here. So who is that going to? Oh, Kyle Stanley could be interesting. I might do Kyle Stanley actually. He's someone that you know what? Let's do Kyle Stanley. So we're gonna do a little Kyle Stanley action here. And I don't think Kyle Stanley is going to get nearly as popular. So I'm going to buy a little bit of Kyle Stanley. I'm going to try to bid like, I don't know, let's call it $350 on him. And if he finishes 47th or better, that's my break-even point here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take Stanley. I'm going to try to get, I kind of want like a lot. Let's do 30. I'm going to do 30 shares. See if I can get 30 shares of Kyle Stanley. Because I feel like if this is the guy that goes out and finishes in that T9 spot, and I've got 30 shares of him, I think that maybe, like, what's my edge in this? Is my edge in Jock Market trying to identify the sleepers? Probably, I think, right? I think a lot of people are going to come in, try to get their shares of Webb Simpson, try to get their shares of Patrick Reed, and I think that's all fine and dandy, but I think maybe my edge in this is the way that I value the rest of the field, the non-big name players. So I think that maybe going more all in on some of these, I don't want to call them weaker players, but these guys that are going to be cheaper, I think that maybe that's my edge. So I think that's how I'm going to play it this week. Now, I still have 73 chips available, and as IPO closes on Wednesday evening and I get allocated the shares that I have won in this phase, Wednesday night I'll take an opportunity to go and try to buy more of other golfers after that stuff is allocated. And I think this week I'm going to want to spend all of my 250 chips before the tournament starts, and then as the rounds start to get going, I'll be able to kind of see how quickly I'm moving around and if I need to allocate them a bit differently. But this just gets better and better as the week goes on. I'm super stoked that you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. Between there's showdown DFS, that's fine, whatever. But you have to get all 6 guys right, essentially. Being able to kind of take your shares throughout the week, this is a really good format, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm glad you guys are too. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll try to answer them. Again, I'm still learning this as much as you guys are. Tweet me at RickRunGood. Leave a comment below, and best of luck this week. Good luck with your allocations.